Ladies and gentlemen, commencement at California State University, Channel Islands is marked by the tradition of ringing a Navy ship bell on loan today from Naval Base Ventura County and the signaling the official beginning of our ceremony. As we celebrate students today and the inspiration and knowledge they gain from our faculty, it is also appropriate to acknowledge the valuable contributions staff make in the success of our students and the university. The staff member selected by the university president to ring the bell is chosen for their excellence in work carried out throughout the year. This year's staff honoree is Nancy Covarrubias Gill, Senior Executive Director of University Communication. Thank you, Nancy. Now for the sounding of a conch shell. We do this to always remember we are building upon the knowledge base of the indigenous people who first inhabited this land. It is my pleasure to introduce Rodel Banuelos, Director of Facility Support for our campus and a Chumash elder and Vice Tribal Chair of the Barbareño Ventureño Band of Mission Indians. Thank you, Rodel. I now ask you to please remain seated as we begin the procession for the class of 2019.
Good afternoon. It's a big crowd. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Virgil H. Adams III, Professor of Psychology and Chair of the Academic Senate for California State University, Channel Islands. Will the faculty marshals please come forward for presentation of the ground phalanx? Thank you. I now ask everyone to please rise for presentation of the colors by the Oxnard High School Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps, and the singing of our national anthem by Karina Gonzalez, who will be graduating today with a degree in business.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you to the Oxnard High School Air Force Junior ROTC and Ms. Karina Gonzalez for your participation today in our commencement ceremony. Whew. What a beautiful day. As I look out and see all of you, I remember when I received my BA degree from Fresno State, and now I'm professor of psychology and chair of the academic senate. Don't tell me it can't be done. Let me begin by saying welcome to all the parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, cousins, and other extended family, friends, and indeed to the world. Welcome to the California State University Channel Islands. As chair of the academic senate, I stand as the elected representative of the faculty. Today I stand humbly in the honor of my colleagues. We are proud today. Before me is the class of 2019. These students have completed all the requirements for the programs they are completing today. Do understand that we don't hand these degrees out like Tic Tacs. No, these students have completed a rigorous curriculum. These students have developed the knowledge, skills, curiosity, and confidence that will be required of them to be productive citizens. Looking around the world, there's plenty to be done. We live in challenging times. Life just isn't easy always. This academic year has been especially hard as we endured the turmoil of the fall semester. But then spring came, and just as the flowers started to bloom, so did our sense of hope. Hope that we can continue to rebuild and advance our world, knowing that sometimes life will knock us down, but also knowing it is just another opportunity to get back up. Class of 2019, we need you. We need you to return to the communities around us. We challenge you to not stop here, but instead to stand on our shoulders. Stand on our shoulders and touch the world. Hold your head up, look around you, and be proud of the degree that you earned here today. Class of 19, we need you to go onward into the world. Yet we also need you to remember. Remember the long hours of study that have brought you to this point. Remember all the exams, papers, homework, projects, and yes, also those long hours of work and commuting. Remember the knowledge, skills, curiosity, and confidence that is within you. But most of all, remember that one of the greatest things about our humanity is our capacity for change and our ability to have a positive impact on the world around us. Class of 19, I beseech you, the charge of touching all who you encounter. Our hope is that you will pass on the energy, passion, love, and perseverance that has brought you to this point. Please pay special attention to the young people around you. Help them to create and seek their dreams. Make sure to tell each and every one of your siblings, cousins, friends, anyone who will listen, I got my degree from CSU Channel Islands, and I will have a positive impact on the world. Congratulations, class of 2019. You've done it. In honor of our mission of graduating students with an international and multicultural perspective, it is my pleasure to introduce Cristina Jimenez, who will be providing us with a welcome address in Spanish. Today, Cristina is an active member of Sigma Delta Phi Spanish Honor Society, Mortar Board, and Gamma Beta Phi, and is graduating cum laude and earning her baccalaureate degree in Spanish and nursing. Cristina, please come forward.
Presidenta Beck, distinguidos profesores, administradores, personal de apoyo, invitados de honor y sobre todo la promoción de 2019. En nombre de mis compañeros, les doy la más cordial bienvenida a la ceremonia de graduación de la Universidad Estatal de Channel Islands. Nos gustaría agradecerles a nuestros profesores por su invaluable ayuda, consejos y dedicación. Asimismo, quisiéramos reconocer a nuestras familias y amistades por su paciencia, amor y apoyo a lo largo de este camino. Persigamos siempre con nuestros sueños y no olvidemos nunca a nuestra alma mater. Felicidades, promoción de 2019.
Thank you, Christina. Finally, it is my pleasure to introduce our interim provost, Dr. Elizabeth Say.
Thank you, Dr. Adams. I now have the honor of introducing the platform party today. I ask that you please hold your applause until all members have been introduced and are standing. Ladies and gentlemen of the platform party, please stand and remain standing as I call your name. Singing our national anthem today, Karina Gonzalez. Jalen Moody, who will be singing the alma mater at the conclusion of the ceremony. Our graduating student who provided a welcome greeting in Spanish, Cristina Jimenez. Atticus Reyes and Raul Perez, our ASI Student Government President and Vice President, who will be speaking later in the program. My fellow members of the President's Executive Leadership Team, Vice President for Business and Financial Affairs, Ms. Isabel Trinidad, Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Richard Yao, Vice President for University Advancement, Ms. Nicole Ipak, and Senior Director of Community and Government Relations, Ms. Selena Zacharias. My academic colleagues on the stage, Dr. Brian Sevier, Dean of the School of Education, Dr. Susan Andrzejewski, Interim Dean of the MVS School of Business and Economics, Dr. Vandana Kohli, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Osman Ostergut, Associate Vice President and Dean of International Programs and Extended University, and Mr. Stephen Stratton, Interim Dean of the John Spohr Broome Library. Graduate Program Directors, Dr. Priscilla Liang, Dr. Michael Soltis, and Dr. Ivana Grigorchik. Faculty who will be announcing the names of our graduates, Dr. Colleen Nevins, Dr. Megan Kenny Feister, Dr. Miguel Delgado Hellister, and Dr. Cindy Wiles. Also joining us on the platform are honorary doctorate recipients, Mr. Lawrence K. Gould, Jr. and Ms. Janice Bryant Howard. From the California State University Board of Trustees, Dr. Deborah Farrar. Chair of the Academic Senate and Chief University Marshal, Dr. Virgil Adams. Our honorary marshal, Dr. Carol Mack, who led our commencement processional by carrying the light of learning, which is a symbol of the university's commitment to a life of the mind and the central role played by our outstanding faculty. The honorary marshal, I want to note, is selected by the president for demonstrating an extraordinary commitment to our students and the university. And finally, the president of California State University Channel Islands, Dr. Erica D. Beck. Please join me now in recognizing this esteemed group. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen of the platform party, you may now be seated. I would also like to recognize some of the very special guests in the audience and ask that you please hold your applause until the end. Will members of the university's Foundation Board and the Site Authority Board please stand? Next, I would like to introduce a group that is critical to the success of our students. It is my privilege to invite all of our distinguished faculty to please stand. And finally, we would like to take this time now to welcome representatives from the Ventura County Board of Supervisors, elected and municipal officers, educational partners, donors, and our neighbors from Naval Base Ventura County. Thank you all for joining us on this special day. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the distinct honor and pleasure of introducing the president of California State University Channel Islands, Dr. Erica D. Beck.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the 17th annual commencement at Cal State Channel Islands. Today we are once again making history by conferring the largest number of degrees we have ever conferred before. As the president of CI, it is my honor to continue the tradition of our commencement ceremony and provide some words of wisdom for our graduates as they enter the next chapter in their lives. And right about now, I suspect all of you are hoping that these words of wisdom include the infamous remarks of my kindergarten teacher, who on my very first report card noted, "Erica is a very smart girl, but she simply must learn when to stop talking." In good news for all of you, my remarks are uncharacteristically swift this morning, 42 minutes give or take. It's going to be great. On behalf of the entire faculty and staff of Cal State Channel Islands graduates, I congratulate you on the remarkable achievement that you are celebrating today. We know that this moment took years of tireless dedication and commitment, but we also recognize that it is not yours alone. Your friends and family, your tios and tias have played a critical role in supporting you to get to this moment. So today, graduates, let's give your family and friends a big round of applause. It has been our honor to facilitate your academic journey and to have the opportunity to watch you realize your greatest educational aspirations. We are incredibly proud of your achievements. Many of you are the first in your family to graduate from a university. So I want to see, if you are the first in your family to earn a college degree, I would like you to stand up and wave the sign we gave you on the way in. This image of our first generation college students is something that provides daily inspiration to every member of our academic community. When you walk across this stage to receive your diplomas, you will stand as a testament to what is possible when opportunity meets talent and dedication. Our faculty and staff arrive on campus every day hoping to facilitate one thing: opportunity. Opportunity in service of a brighter future for us all, because talent lies in every corner of our community. And we believe that every student that seeks it deserves a pathway, not only to the doors of higher education, but to the steps of this very commencement stage. Now, just one word of warning. I have seen lots of graduates in the audience, and I am positive that I have never seen you wearing the footwear you are wearing right now in this quad ever. So I hope you practiced walking upstairs. You look really good, though. As the class of 2019, you stand at the close of one decade and on the precipice of turning a crisp new page to a new one. A decade that has not yet been lived, and like all of you, is full of possibility. Possibility that you will help facilitate. You are the leaders who will help shape the solutions to the increasingly complex challenges before us all. Problems like climate change, healthcare, poverty, and social injustice. Your faculty have prepared you to rise to this challenge. You are dolphins. Yeah, let's hear it for being dolphins. You have demonstrated that you are able to synthesize information across a variety of disciplines, contexts, and cultural lenses. You have embraced a commitment to engaging with your community in service of the public good, and you have developed a frame of reference that embraces a global perspective. In short, you have demonstrated that you are the leaders that we need to realize a more just and equitable future for us all. And we are counting on you. No pressure. Today, graduates, we thank you for the richness that you have brought to our academic community. We look forward to watching you grow as you embark on a new journey beyond our doors. But remember, once a dolphin, always a dolphin. Stay connected to your pod, come back and visit us often, and remember, you will always have a home right here at Cal State Channel Islands. And when in doubt, remember that you have learned lessons on this campus that will serve you for a lifetime, even if you don't embrace them right away. Just ask my kindergarten teacher, who today is beaming with pride that finally Erica learned when to stop talking. Congratulations, class of 2019. Si se pudo!
Thank you, President Beck. It is now my pleasure to introduce today's student speakers, Atticus Reyes and Raul Perez. Atticus, the current ASI Student Government President, is an aspiring public servant graduating today with a degree in history. Raul, the current ASI Student Government Vice President, is an aspiring city planner, also graduating today with a degree in environmental science and resource management. Atticus and Raul were both recipients of the 2019 Richard R. Rush Outstanding Senior Student Leader Award for their service this year. Please welcome to the lectern, Atticus and Raul.
Good afternoon, fellow Dolphins. Welcome to your graduating ceremony of 2019. My name's Atticus Reyes, the ASI Student Government President.
My name is Raul Perez, the Student Government Vice President.
I wanted to talk a little bit about today, some of the really important things that we need to take from this ceremony, which is the support that countless people have given us to come to this moment. This ceremony is more than just about us. It's about the countless people who have stood behind us and have lifted us and supported us to get to this moment. That's why this is far more than just about us. This is about everyone here in attendance who's standing and thanking and so proud of all of you, the class of 2019. I'd love for us to thank them right now. I'd like to thank ASI, faculty members that have changed my life, and administration that has been completely supportive of my beliefs and my values. Most importantly, I'd like to thank my family. Being raised by a single mother in Los Angeles with 6 other children was really difficult. And like many of you today, probably in a similar situation, she found a way. And for all the single moms here today, you are so important, you are so valued, and you are so loved. Thank you. And to my beautiful sisters, my 4 older sisters, you instill a drive in me to help those that sometimes are often the most attacked. And that's a really important thing today, as this country is questioning what women can do with their bodies. And it's really concerning to me as I look at my sisters who are so important to me and so valuable. And it's not the only issue that's tossed on our plate today. President Beck talked about climate change and how our generation, the class that's standing here before you, has to figure out climate change, gun violence, income inequality, all these other issues. And I don't have the answers, and it keeps me up at night. But as I look on you all, and I look at this brilliance, and I look at this intelligence, I know we can do it together. The thing about structures, and I'm a history major, so I believe in structuralism, is they're intense and they're intimidating, but they're human-made, which means they can be unmade. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. used to talk about the arc of the moral universe. He used to talk about the arc of history, and that it's often long, and we can't see where it's going, but it bends towards justice. It bends towards fairness. And one thing I want to instill in you all today is as we leave, when some want to stiffen and harden that arc of history, you are being called upon by your foremothers and forefathers to bend that arc towards justice, towards equity, and towards fairness. And when you do so, You create a world that loves and respects all of its inhabitants. Thank you. And at this moment, it's my esteemed privilege and honor to share the microphone with Raul Perez, the Vice President of Student Government, who has been such a constant figure at this university.
Thank you, Atticus, for those inspiring words. My name is Raul Perez, and it's been my greatest honor and greatest privilege to serve as your Student Government Vice President this year. I'll be honest with all of you. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Speaking to you all right now is the surrealist experience I could have ever asked for, and I would have never thought in my wildest dreams that me, being a Latino male from the lower middle class, raised from a single mom with 3 brothers in the greater Los Angeles area, would be here not only speaking to you all, but be graduating from a 4-year university. Like most of you, I'm also a first-generation college student. The odds were not in my favor coming to this university. I had no idea how to sign up for classes, purchase a textbook, or frankly, anything related to obtaining a higher education. I couldn't ask my mom, my grandparents, or my fellow students because they were just as confused as I was. And there I was, feeling like a hopeless freshman, not knowing what to do or if college was for me. Yet, with the endless support of professors, staff, and administration, I, like all of you today, have been able to reach a milestone in my life that I will remember forever. I firmly believe if this was any other university, I would have been left to sink. I like to think I'm a good student who, on occasion, probably more than an occasion, needs help. Thankfully, on this campus, we have a litany of personnel who thoroughly care for the students and not only support us, but uplift us as well. I owe my success to many people. To my mom, thank you for being the most caring, harsh, but loving person I can ever ask for. To Caitlin, my beautiful girlfriend, thank you for allowing me to cry and break down to you at 3 in the morning over all the stress and assignments I had to do over the years. To the students sitting before me, thank you for proving to myself, yourself, and this world that no matter your background, no matter your struggles, you have the power to overcome everything. Thank you to ASI for providing me with a second home. To the ESRM department, thank you for proving to me that there is a world worth fighting for. To my family, who I cannot name all, thank you for all the love and support over the years. And a special thank you to this university, who I owe everything to. I learned a lot throughout my time here at CI. If my major taught me one thing, it wasn't how to deliver a commencement speech barefoot, but it did teach me that we are the students and we are the generations that will propel this world, that will propel us forward and change this world forever. And if you don't believe me, please allow me to share some of the accomplishments that we students of CI accomplished this year. We, the students of CI, raised about $7,000 to ensure that fellow students no longer go hungry. We, the students of CI, were the winners of the California Ballot Bowl, registering the highest percentage of students to vote in the whole state of California. And the list goes on. If you still don't believe me when I say that we are the ones who are going to change this world, then I need you to look around and see just what a dolphin can really do. We are the smartest animals in the sea for a reason, so please never forget your value or your worth. Now's not the time to discount yourself. Each and every one of you will carry the torch of progression forward, but as you do so, I ask for one thing in return. Please never forget that it was the loved ones, your friends, your family, and these students before you, and most importantly, CI, that helped you push us forward. Although we have different paths in life, whether you are moving back home or starting a life that is new or unfamiliar, or continuing your education at a different institution, As difficult and even scary as it may be to move on and go forward, you will never be alone. Because we Dolphins are never really alone. We travel in pods and always have someone swimming beside us. This university has a way of not only setting us up for success, but placing us on top. It also has an knack for creating long-lasting friendships and even longer-lasting memories. With that, my fellow Dolphins, for my last and final time, please remember, swim fast, but swim together. Thank you.
Thank you, Atticus and Raul. Next, I am pleased to introduce the presentation of the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. This is the highest honor given jointly by the CSU Board of Trustees and CSU Channel Islands. Please welcome CSU trustee Dr. Deborah Farrar and President Beck to the lectern for the conferral of the honorary doctorate degree to Lawrence K. Gould, Jr.
Good afternoon. Lawrence K. Gould, Jr. has practiced law in Los Angeles since 1971, where he specializes in estate planning matters. Mr. Gould currently serves as a trustee of the Della Martin Foundation that has endowed chairs for psychiatric research at the University of Southern California, University of California, Los Angeles, and University of California, Irvine, and a fund at California Institute of Technology for discoveries in mental illness. He serves as treasurer of the John and Beverly Stauffer Foundation and chairs the board of directors of the California Missions Foundations. Mr. Gould served as a trustee of the California State University System from 1996 to 2002 and chaired the board from 2000 to 2002. He was very instrumental in the establishment of California State University Channel Islands, having served on the university's Site Authority Board from 1999 to 2002, and its Finance Authority Board from 2000 to 2002. From 2003 to 2009, Mr. Gould served as a commissioner of the then-named Western Association of Schools and Colleges that accredits the senior colleges and universities in California, Hawaii, and the Pacific Territories. Mr. Gould previously served as secretary of the Central City Association of Los Angeles, trustee of the California State Summer School for the Arts, treasurer of the Los Angeles Music Center Opera League, president of the California Mission Students Studies Association, trustee of the Pasadena Museum of History, and as a member of the National Advisory Council on Financial Aid to Students. In recognition of his distinguished career and service to the community, including his contributions to CSU Channel Islands and the CSU system, his visionary leadership, and as a tribute to his remarkable life, the Board of Trustees of the California State University and California State University Channel Islands are proud to confer upon Lawrence K. Gould, Jr. the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. Mr. Gould, Larry, would you like to share a few words?
Thank you, Deborah. To paraphrase the words of President John F. Kennedy, a Harvard graduate, when he received an honorary degree from Yale, it might now be said that I have the best of all possible worlds: my undergraduate education at Yale, my law school education at Stanford, and a degree from the California State University Channel Islands. I want to thank both President Beck and also Trustee Farrar for the great honor that they have done to me today to award this degree. I also would like to recognize in particular Trustee Deborah Farrar. Three governors from two different political parties have appointed her as a trustee of the State University. Towards the end of next year, she will become the longest-serving trustee in the history of the CSU system. CSU is fortunate to have her dedicated services as a trustee, and I was fortunate to have her serve as my vice chair when I chaired the board. Deborah, please stand so we can thank you. Members of the graduating class of 2019, it's really very special for me to join you in receiving a degree here from the California State University system, but in particular receiving it from Channel Islands. When I first became a trustee in 1996, the board was just considering creation of this campus. I watched as literally busloads of Ventura County residents drove down to the headquarters in Long Beach to support the creation of this university. The board responded to this community support, came up with the funding that has transformed the former state hospital here into the beautiful university campus it is today. Fast forward to 2002. By then, I was chairing the Board of Trustees, and as such, I presided over the inauguration of Richard Rust as president of the university up here. Representatives from colleges and universities all over the nation came wearing academic regalia like the faculty is doing today. And we are especially fortunate that some of the founding members of that faculty are still here. And I salute not only the founding members, but all of the faculty for the outstanding contributions they make to the education of our students here at Channel Islands. My association with CSU Channel Islands was cemented when I served on the site authority where many of you have lived, both either as students or as faculty members. All of these are reasons why receiving a degree from Cal State University Channel Islands is so special to me. I know that all of you who are receiving degrees will use them in the future to do outstanding things. Now, as all of you know, every paper dollar bill in America has two signatures upon it. In 2002, when I was chairing the Board of Trustees, those two signatures are one of the Secretary of Treasury, the other is the Treasurer of the United States. And in 2002, Paul O'Neill, the Secretary of the Treasury, was a graduate of Fresno State. The Treasurer of the United States was Rosario Marin, a graduate of Cal State Los Angeles. So all of the paper money printed in the entire United States was authorized by two California State University graduates. Now, I don't know if we have future individuals like that who will be serving in that position, but I do know that all of you will go on to do great things. And if in the future, in years ahead, sometime you're sitting around your house on a cold and wintry night, and you get to feeling nostalgic about your days here at Cal State Channel Islands, get real sentimental about it, and you happen to be looking at your wallet, feel free to go ahead, open it up, and send some of those greenbacks back to help the future graduates. I know that President Beck and her successors and all the future students will appreciate it. California State University Channel Islands class of 2019, you are 2 thumbs up. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, I am pleased to introduce the presentation of the Honorary Doctorate of Humane Letters. This is the highest honor given jointly by the CSU Board of Trustees and CSU Channel Islands. Please welcome CSU trustee Dr. Deborah Farrar and President Beck back to the lectern for the conferral of the honorary doctorate degree to founder and chief executive officer of the Act One Group, Ms. Janice Bryant Howroyd.
Okay. Janice Bryant Howroyd is founder and chief executive officer of the Act One Group, the largest privately held woman-owned workforce solutions company founded in the United States. The Act One Group is a billion-dollar award-winning international talent and talent technology enterprise with multiple divisions operating in 19 countries with more than 100,000 clients and 260,000 employees worldwide. Mrs. Howroyd is well known as being the first African American woman to build and own a billion-dollar company. She attended North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University, graduating with degrees in humanities and English before moving to Los Angeles and starting her company in 1978. She is inspired by her deep faith and love for her family and follows two mantras that guide her life. One cannot effectively lead without passionately serving, and never compromise who you are personally to become who you wish to be professionally. Her passion for education, mentorship, and self-empowerment initiatives have earned her many professional and philanthropic recognitions, and she is a sought-after speaker and media subject matter expert in her fields. Ms. Howroyd is also an accomplished author, having written 3 books and numerous articles regarding business management and entrepreneurship. California State University Channel Islands' partnership with Mrs. Howroyd and Apple One, a corporation within the Act One Group, includes mock interviews and career fair preparation to ensure candidates are ready to make strong first impressions with recruiters. CSUCI's partnership with Apple One provides both CSUCI students and alumni with access to industry professionals to learn about specific qualities employers seek in applicants. Through this partnership, Apple One helps prepare CSUCI graduates for career successes. In recognition of her extraordinary achievements as a businesswoman, author, and mentor, and her groundbreaking accomplishment becoming the first African American woman to build and own a billion-dollar company, the Board of Trustees of the California State University and California State University Channel Islands are proud to confer upon Mrs. Janice Bryant Howroyd the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Mrs. Howroyd, would you like to share a few words? Thank you. Thank you.
President Beck, Trustee Farrar, faculty, graduates of 2019, students, families, and friends. As I sat today and I enjoyed the program thus far, I thought about the many faces I saw as we walked through and to the stage today. Students, I choose to talk with you versus about me. And I do that because the faces that I saw walking up here, long before I got to see your beautiful, excited faces, had laughter in the eyes and tears in the eyes. And I thought about what those many people must have done to help get you here. Those people who are standing behind you today, sitting behind you today, how they've held that position in your lives throughout your lives. And so I want to share something with you because over the course of the last few months, I've had the pleasure of being awarded and honored several times, and in each instance, people have talked about the exceptional things that I've done. And I want to encourage you that when I saw so many of you stand today as the first graduates in your family, you're going to be referred to as exceptional as well. And I beg that you remember, it is not you who are the exceptional ones, you are the blessed ones, who many angels with their exceptional effort and work helped to get you here.
When you continue your journey, as you begin your careers, because a commencement is a beginning, as you grow your careers, I want you to remember something. When I was in those seats as you are, and years before that, in the South of the United States, we were engaged in a civil war. It was not the civil war of our past that you learned in your books, but it was a civil rights war. It was a war that we fought by walking from many communities in this country toward the nation's capital, seeking the right for folk to be educated together and alongside each other. And we continue as such a young nation to fight those many battles that help us win the war for justice for so many. So I encourage you on a second point, not just on that you have been brought here by exceptional people versus the exception of yourselves, but also that you will require discipline as you make the work that they've done be worthy of the moment you enjoy today. Many of you are going to be the proof of this young exercise of a new nation. We are still a new nation in democracy. Many of you will be the proof that this democratic exercise works. You will be the proof that Cal State University Channel Islands in its 17th year graduated people who made it possible, right, and unbelievably, unimaginably so, that it will graduate people in the 20th and the 30th and the 40th and the 50th and on year of its growth and existence. You will prove that through what you do. And today is not just the culmination of your education here, nor the front of your life and your careers going forward. Today truly is a moment when so many people came together to say that those things that we care so deeply about matter. And so I did take my shoes off too as I came to this podium, and I took off some pretty decent shoes, I gotta tell you. But I took my shoes off. I took my shoes off in honor of the people who before me walked through mud, walked through danger, and walked through a country to seek a future and a freedom from slavery that allowed me to stand in front of you today. It is not exceptional of me to have built a billion-dollar company that helps folk have work and career and employees. Rather, it is the obligation that I owe and seek every day to honor for those who came before me. And so as I've spoken over this country for the last few months, yes, I've enjoyed celebration and laughter and jokes, and several of them have been around commencement such as this. But none has touched my heart as deeply as when I saw two men walk to this podium, one without shoes, to honor what this moment means today. Somebody in this graduating class will invent a technology that moves social media from social to economic. And somebody in this audience is going to handle a birth as a nurse that brings to life the person who discovers that next great healing. And all of you in this audience, through your work, can create that future that you first entered Channel Islands looking for somebody else. It will demand your discipline. It will demand your discipline, but more than that, it will demand your compassion and your commitment to everything you look toward as you step through these doors those years ago that the people behind you helped to pave the way forward. So I celebrate you and I encourage you on your graduation. I plead with you and I honor you for the work you will continue to do. Prove not just to your families, prove to America and to the world that this exercise in democratic support of social and economic equity is a right one, is a winning one, and is a just one. And with that, I honor you and I thank you. I thank you for the future that you embrace and the work you will do. I thank you for living the truth. God bless you all.
Wow. Thank you. Congratulations, Dr. Gould and Dr. Howroyd. And now I would like to invite Drs. Ostergut, Liang, Soltis, and Grigorchik to come forward. Will the master's degree candidates please stand? And President Beck, will you please join me at the lectern? President Beck, I present to you the California State University Channel Islands 2019 candidates for master degrees. These candidates have completed the requirements for the master's degree as prescribed by the state of California and the trustees of the California State University and have been recommended by the faculty of California State University Channel Islands.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of California State University Channel Islands and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the Master of Arts and Master of Science with all of the rights, honors, responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will the candidates for the master's degree please proceed to the stage?
Master of Science in Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. Kathy Yoshi. Lana Adila. Nerawo Abaropo. Vani Nair. Nethra Kambli. Rajana Krishnapa. Sheetal Pakale. Krisha de Guzman. Keisha Patel. Carlos Hernandez. Yogesh Kushwaha. Chad Becker. Shaheen Saremi. Basha Gala. Veronica Ramirez. Timothy Wall. Lance Mites. Nate Cunningham. Benjamin Hartman. Teresa Lujan Verkel. Olga Kuzana. Stephanie Dreyfel. Before this? Master of Science in Biotechnology and Masters of Business Administration. Jonathan Chalacombe. Adam Dorsweiler. Anders Reamer. Christian Duran. Adrian Mickelvari. Masters of Business Administration, Martin V. Smith School of Business and Economics. Eric Randall. Liliana Aguilar. Agnes Dennis. Josue Suarez. Anthony Cortez. Alicia Francis. Kevin Kircher. Sayede Abeda Tagarsawi. George Nagels. Master of Science in Computer Science. BJ Benshian. Marco Cabrera. Manjunat Hampol. Apurba V. Chanakia Dave. Suwas Duhara Kanarth. Eric Gentry. Master of Science in Mathematics. Molly Zeklin. Brian Vader. Sungju Lee. Mathmat Mateo Casa.
And now, will all the candidates for a baccalaureate degree please stand? President Beck, I present to you the California State University Channel Islands undergraduate class of 2019. These candidates have completed the requirements for the baccalaureate degree as prescribed by the state of California and the trustees of the California State University, and have been recommended by the faculty of California State University Channel Islands.
Upon the recommendation of the faculty of California State University Channel Islands and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science degrees with all of the rights, honors, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Will all the baccalaureate degree candidates, led by those from Applied Physics, please approach the stage?
Bachelor of Science in Applied Physics, Maximilian Seligman.
Bachelor of Science in Business, Elias Spooner.
Thomas Addison.
Gregory McKillian.
Adan Misael Sanchez Figueroa.
Brian Martinez.
Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in Biology, Abraham Mesa.
Vanessa Miraz.
Juliana Kelly.
Sarah Teniente.
Delilah Coconubo.
Ariana Canales.
Aaron Flores.
Andrew Fleeman.
Giovanni Quijas.
Matthew Mahoney. I got it.
Jose Zavaleta.
Ari Rosales.
Steve Strachan.
Marisol Tellez.
Steve Strachan.
Gladys Ruiz.
Selena Valladares.
Gladys Ruiz.
Genesis Diaz Ubieta.
Alexandria Coronado.
Genesis Diaz Ubieta.
Jasmine Lome.
Lorena Nineth Flores.
Jasmine Lomeli Medina.
Eduardo Marquez.
Fernando Romano.
Fernanda Romano.
Alyssa Baines.
Amanda Schwartz.
Janine Lugo.
Angelica Garibo Shandipolos.
Janine Lugo.
Heidi Martinez de la Cruz.
Daryl Cook.
Brian Daniel Odos.
Evan Crockett.
Maya Johnson.
Brianna Unzueta.
Jocelyn Lucero Hernandez.
Laura Jones.
Stephanie Alfaro.
Alejandra Hernandez.
Luke Padilla.
Adrian Ferrer.
Maria Gutierrez.
Cole Koyanagi.
Brianna Aliyah Jimenez.
Christopher Hendrickson.
Kyle Sapiero.
Priscilla Shaheen.
Kevin Bach.
Krista Hillenbach.
Brenda Contreras.
Chelsea Castillo.
Sarah Green.
Melissa Fernandez.
Christiane Guevara.
Desiree Gonzalez.
Astrid Barajas.
Itzayana Duran.
Beverly Quiros.
Stephanie Denise Sanchez.
Xavier Taylor.
Kylie Aiko Ma.
Melissa Young.
Andre Belli Carona.
Daniela Hasso.
Timothy Garcia.
Jessica Maldonado.
Christian Rivera Gonzalez.
Brittany Lee Foster.
Sean Alkire.
Chang Tran.
Cheyenne Nielsen.
Andrew Fixner.
Eric Bergstead.
Joshman De La Cruz.
Alexander Wairo.
Alexandra Valencia Castillo.
Melissa Morones.
Alejandra Garcia.
Corina Gonzalez.
Andrea Corina Morales.
Joshua Garay.
Maria Sandoval.
Dylan Del Rey.
Regina Cruz.
Angelica Castaneda.
Alexa Donna Esparza.
Antonio Pantoja.
Carolina Gonzalez.
Megan Petrie.
Cesar Castañeda.
Jacqueline Mackenzie Felton.
Marie Teresa Smith.
Evangeline Salazar.
Arturo Rosete.
Cindy Aguilar.
Haley Salas.
Daniel Rangel.
Rachel Figueroa.
Hua Nguyen.
Vincent Avila.
Andrew Zhao.
Vincent Avila.
Brennan Sorensen.
Marielle Anathy Estoloso.
Brennan Sorensen.
Thomas Leclerc.
David Pfeiffer.
Thomas Leclerc.
Bryce Hickenbottom.
Matthew Ramirez.
Bryce Hickenbottom.
Junior Gamiel Perez.
Aaron Flores.
Junior Gamiel Perez.
Lisa Lloyd.
Christopher Bainey.
Lisa Lloyd,
Jamie McDonald.
Jasmine Horvet.
Jamie McConnell,
Austin Dodds.
Gabriela Junquera.
Austin Dodds,
Taylor Gasparo.
Edward Todd Batman IV.
Taylor Gasbaro,
Jenna Bruskin.
Shirley Williams.
Jenna Bruskin,
Sophia Produsati.
Rainey McIntosh.
Sophia Pertusati,
Allison Williams.
Marla Glamozuni.
Allison Williams,
Juan Lily Fu.
Carrie Rodriguez.
Juan Lily Fu,
Lance Watanabe.
Kathleen Houlihan.
Lance Watanabe,
Sabrina Del Cid.
Jessica Ramacurs.
Sabrina Del Cid,
Tiffany Garcia.
Emily Sneed.
Tiffany Garcia,
Esmeralda Curiel.
Eunice Juarez.
Esmeralda Curiel,
Javier Magallanes.
Renee Ellis.
Javier Magallanes,
Cynthia Denise Cardenas.
Nina Scalise.
Cynthia Denise Cardenas,
Jessica Juliana Gonzalez.
Kelly Stolp.
Jessica Juliana Gonzalez,
Myra Bautista.
Itzmar Lozugua.
Mayra Bautista,
Myra Torres.
Ryan Ziari.
Mayra Torres,
Andrew Gavin.
Rochelle Larson.
Andrew Gavin,
Hannah Noggle.
Joshua Melgar Ayo.
Hannah Noggle,
Giovanni Marone.
Alexandra De Monte Galindo.
Giovanni Marron,
Hannah Hostet.
Miguel Romero.
Hannah Halstead,
Matthew Friedman. Go ahead.
Kiara Saylor.
Matthew Friedman,
Julian Garcia.
Kiana Saylor.
Julian Garcia,
Tyler Wilson.
Ryan Collins.
Tyler Wilson,
Jesus Parra.
Shania Thomas.
Jesus Parra,
Brittany Wilson.
Matthew Mesa.
Matthew Mesa,
Clay Williamson.
Derek Mott.
Derek Mott,
Bailey Delau.
Andrew Clements.
Andrew Clements,
Trisha Ventura.
Jasper Aguayo Contreras.
Trisha Ventura,
Jonathan Tefel.
Ikwa Urshad.
Jonathan Tefel,
Edward Woodrow John.
Jorge Arredondo.
Edward Woodrow John Farrell,
Melissa Payan.
Shannon Mendez.
Melissa Payan,
Sean McGowan.
Jocelyn Hiron.
Sean McGowan,
Jake Holman.
Maxwell Wittenberg.
Maxwell Wittenberg,
Kyle Larson.
Justin Yu.
Kyle Larson,
Brianna Mosher.
Ashley Lopez.
Brianna Mosher,
Juan Moncada.
Eduardo Ruiz.
Juan Moncada,
Alejandro Mendez.
Sarah Wong.
Mark Helton.
Hank Powell.
Mark Hellman.
Sandra Worth.
Steven Martinez.
Gabriel Opia.
Miguel Carreño.
Samantha Dominguez Peck.
Alejandro Leaños.
Emily Shepard.
Preston Moore.
Austin Baradas.
Andrew Joseph McDonald.
Jessica Cobb.
Talon David.
Kelsey Lopez.
Dylan Aragon.
Eva Palomares.
Arman Ibrahimian.
Jacqueline Chavez.
Benjamin Mueller.
Blake Bichard.
Trevor Collins.
Carolina Farfan.
Spencer Shelley. Jeffrey Bridwell.
Tyler Mao.
David Clark Jr.
Cassandra Dubois.
Natalie Groans.
Rochelle Dawson.
Madeline Grebe.
Caitlin Heiser.
Ashley Ballant.
Nathan Aragon.
Gabriel Marquez.
Tochukwu Uguala.
Claudia Perez Green.
Ryan Lowe.
Devin Rojas.
Neda Emami.
Simone Carey.
Melissa Rimpa.
Amanda Yoges.
Rihanna Smith.
Catherine O'Shea.
Cynthia Quezada.
Rosario Hurtado.
Leonardo Gámez.
Joanna Castro.
Abel Corona.
Bernice Wizar.
Anand Mystery.
Henry Pham.
Andrea Terrazas.
Christopher Lopez.
Michaela Taylor.
Hunter Barrera.
Brenda Saravia.
Jonathan Feng.
Ariel Glumac Garcia.
Dan Lever.
Angelica Morales Moraga.
Matthew McKenna.
Ole Muskalik.
Jonathan DeMorest.
Casey Kane.
Brett Munguia.
Alyssa Alaya.
Christopher Munoz.
Myjem Lee Guzman.
Eric Quesada.
Jessica Rogers.
Kyle Sanders.
Michelle Mendoza.
Kelly Lou.
Mackenzie Delzite.
Fabian Lemus.
Matthew Griffith.
Casimir Comsi.
Patricia Lassalou.
Chase Kohler.
Andrea Haman.
Sarah Lincoln.
Justin Clements.
Bernadette Footing.
Rachel Hubert.
Angela Frida.
Michael Youssef.
Lee Geisinger.
Jeremy Snell.
Mark Thompson.
Selena Perez Legaspi.
Keith Cogan.
Yuritza Flores.
Tanner Chapman Woodward.
Vanelle Ponce.
Anthony D'Ambrosio.
Amparo Valovinos.
Amanda Woodward.
Avery Barrett.
Patrick Jenks.
Matthew Height.
Ryan Tombrello.
Rogelio Arellano Jr.
Patrick Clancy.
Nestor Ligo.
Yarmin Solomon.
Nicole Gonzalez.
Wade Klusman.
Jessica Mendoza.
Andrew Wilkes.
Sarbjot Singh.
Melissa Keitlinger.
Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Science in Chemistry, Kyle Hoyt.
Michaela Marzano. Michaela
Aya
Marzano.
Jabber.
Jake Drolet.
Paloma Dominguez.
Alex Evans.
Heba Sitita.
George Hernandez.
Karina Ferguson.
Elvia Manley.
Ash Seth.
Anjali Gar.
Michael Itrich.
Tabitha Bergerson.
Christopher Tran.
Jacqueline Allman.
Pedro Corona.
Diana Guerrero.
Richard Noonan.
Christine Winters.
Andrew Yonkers.
Sergio Alejandro Mota.
Richard Pineda.
Aquila Burnett.
Alexia Romero.
Joseph Hidalgo.
Daisy Okoyocha.
Alexander Westerman.
Kayla Zepero.
Rafael Reynoso.
Nancy Araki.
Andrés Tovar.
Shauna Brown.
Matthew Fennell.
Chase Farrell.
Alisa Cho.
Azucena Garcia Perez.
Justin Logsdon.
Melissa Garcia.
Christian Rodriguez.
Claire Guerrero.
Julio Rodriguez.
Ashley Knapp.
Annie Schofield.
Amin Hassanpour.
Danette Wilcox.
Erica McCain.
Justin Gussie.
Sarah Ashley.
Patrick Hannon.
Cesar Quintero.
Ashley Martinez.
Kaylee Dye.
Amanda Smolin.
Amanda Brenneman.
Bryce Ralston.
Michelle Nguyen.
Elizabeth Silva.
Alvin Domingo.
Samaira Magallon.
Benjamin Morales.
Madison Loving.
Javier Martinez.
Paige Moreno.
Catherine Eakin.
Amber Trejo.
Allison Tunis.
Cristina Reyes.
Rochelle de Guzman.
Daniel Flores.
Brian Palmer.
Lian Castro.
Avery Peavy.
Rebecca Lucero.
Computer Science. Claudia Alexandra Alamillo.
Saraí Cervantes.
John Salvani.
Claire Lukin.
Maria Contreras.
Valeria Escandón.
Ryan Rackman.
Richard Galván.
Timothy Hardison.
Kylie Garner.
Darius Jones.
Marcus Stowe.
Danny Bowen.
Cameron Kraft.
Marco Antonio Bustamante.
Angelica Garbay.
Haley Wurst.
Fares Sassi.
Jasmine Casillas.
Danielle Johnston.
Christian Gutierrez.
Mayra Gomez.
Shumiri Mutaguna. Sorry.
Elizabeth Cater.
Juan Ramirez.
Izumi Kisel.
Jesus Chavez Cirodia.
Mohamed Salemi.
Gerardo Zamora Carrillo.
Estefanía Ramos.
Luke Cervantes.
Edna Castro Herrera.
Irene Yang.
Logan Summers.
Bailey Dirkman.
Rebecca Azaturian.
Shane Garon.
Katie Weiser.
Joshua James Carter.
Queen Erica Fuentes.
Kevin Green.
Taylor Holden.
Christian Sy.
Brett Murphy.
Hugh Wynn.
Kevin Freed.
Rodrigo Gonzalez Rubio.
Max Antonio Pineda Echeverria.
Matthew Atchison.
Jacob Merritt.
Abdulawab Adin.
Nelly Maribel Martinez Montiel.
John Miller.
Sino Thomas.
Rafael Santos Lomeli.
Laresha Wihi.
Ryan Torres.
Oscar Brambilla.
Devin Tramul.
Michaela Matthew.
Benjamin Alcazar.
Jenny Gomez.
Noel Abe.
Jasmine Thompson.
Wendell Tan.
Catherine Muniz.
Connor Osborne.
Timothy Wilt.
Yulia Malawa.
Cody Hernandez.
Jennifer Hamlet.
Jasmine Olage.
Nicole Dubin.
Robert Mansour.
Chase McIntyre.
Lucine Solakayin.
Alberto Venegas.
Shelby Butcher.
Stephen Cornalo.
Eric Snyder.
Octavio Leon.
Natalia Vujicic.
Christian Maron.
Abdullah Ishak.
Thomas Clark.
Giovanni Martinez.
Jacob Thurlow.
Ori Alves.
Stephen Romp.
Oscar Santana.
Edward Charles Maude.
Xiomara Alvarez.
Travis White.
Daniel Robledo.
Dennis Nowen.
Araceli Guerrero Magaña.
Bachelor of Science in Health Science. Savannah Fulop.
Fatima Berber.
Emily Bailey Goldstein.
Garrett Gilbert.
Lena Ann Higgins.
Angelica Lopez.
Joshua Cabral.
Yvette Moreno.
Brenda Tomas.
Grace Carson.
Andrea Marin.
Melissa Alamo.
Julissa Vasquez.
Brandy Perez.
Monica Tamayo Villa.
Ruben Alvarez.
Victoria Redulio.
Tiffany Trevor.
Philly D. Coker.
Fernando Cano.
Rebecca Allen.
O'Neill Guntner.
Hannah Haid.
Megan Nicole Hamlin.
Shirlene Santiago.
Lidia Cristina Mellado.
Michaela Hippolito.
Only if they tell me, I'm gonna let you know.
Zania Placencia.
Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Melinda Castro.
Christiana Ariete.
Charisse Atherley.
Andres Rajanel.
Mariah Mitchell.
Susana Ramirez.
Dadrian Harold.
Laura Valdez.
Lucero Mia.
Princess Novi de la Serna.
Simone Raguna Grice. Sorry.
Millicent Conte.
Eric Esquida.
Jasmine Cooks.
Khalid Hart.
Brahilia Ayan.
Aaron Calderon.
Karina Luna.
Mateo Calviana. Luna.
Paola Garcia.
Jenna Harper.
Emma Hall.
Kaylee Maddox.
Jeanette Calderon.
Madeline Johnson Winiger.
Bianca King.
Heather Ott.
Brianna Carter.
Brianna Shields.
Michelle Ramirez.
Laura Solis.
Lizette Paredes Cardenas.
Elisa Coronado.
Melissa Vega.
Maria Xochitl Puga.
Jasmine Zavala.
Shannon Drake.
Jorge Martinez.
Jessica Murphy.
Dasha Lopez.
Savannah Sperling.
Bridget Suarez.
Marla Hermosillo.
John Esparza.
Rochelle Leahy.
Andrea Salcido Ortiz.
Evan House.
Janelle Vidana.
Alexander Hellinger.
Kirsten Joyce Valdoria.
Chase Hartley.
Mackenzie Hutchins.
Connor James Hall.
Clarabelle Alamio.
Jose Cineros.
Haley Primer.
Citali Aranayo.
Anne Marie Schiefer.
Andrea Rojas.
Rebecca Lonfiesta.
Nancy Ocha.
Marissa Gutierrez.
Marcos Ramirez Mendoza.
Lauren Kakashon.
Brooke Alley.
Madeline Hobank.
Catherine Chang.
Jocelyn Gil Presido.
Hannah Brumley.
Laura Presejado.
Evan Morris.
Elora Armendariz.
Connor Shile.
Kelsey Saline Callens.
Brent Nelson.
Savannah George.
Zoe Powers.
Linda Hagel.
Joseph Espinoza.
Anastasia McGillivray.
Ruben Ignacio.
Kadeja Horton.
Tri Cow.
Gabriela Sanchez.
Stephen Gregory Wellbrock.
Ruby Espinoza.
Connor Galbraith.
Zizes Garbez.
Nida Barakat.
Ishmael Ortega.
Brian Ferrer.
Madison Zook.
Garrett Humphreys.
Danielle Bolinas.
Zach Bodate.
Samantha Cuesta.
Vincent Gagliardino.
Chelsea Valle.
Jonathan Viramontes.
Michaela Rippling.
Darius Chris.
Christian Salazar.
Simone Yilmazian.
Lena Hewin.
Jonathan Trujillo.
Jenny No.
Haley Jones.
Emma Marcil.
Garrett Tolan.
Hannah Kitlicka.
Andrew Crown.
Robert Phillips.
Jackson's mommy, Virginia Halverson.
Lisa James.
Jessica Lucky.
Dynasty Wilds.
Shelby Rahimzada.
Joshua Ontiveros Duncan.
Brian Collins.
Christine Ha.
Sam McGrath.
Karen Atziri Hernandez.
Hannah Elizabeth Ontiveros.
Taylor Golden.
Mark Butterworth.
Evelyn Lopez Gonzalez.
Nomi Nunu Hernandez.
Jasmine Bolden.
Lady Marcela Hidalgo.
Karina Beatrice Miller.
Luz Trinidad Moncada.
Sarah Montenegro.
Leslie Isabel Castañeda.
Jaime Verduzaco.
Stacy Arlene Osario.
Francesca Zeta.
Kelsey Ray Genesee.
Jasmine Castro.
Jake Ryan Howard.
Savannah Gigi Vega.
Alexandria Oxidora Arias.
Arendira Gonzalez.
Ashley Dominique Ontiveros.
Adriana Senegal.
Ryan Michael Nelson.
Alicio Jimaboran.
Christy Perry.
Gabriela Perez Garcia.
Christian Ramirez.
Chelsea Courtney.
Thomas Garner.
Brianna Elizabeth Terek Hewell.
Genesis Canal.
Nadia Yosef Hilo.
Angel Garcia.
Carly Brown Nelson.
Elijah Henningham.
Justin Miles. Justine. Justice Miles. Sorry about that.
Jefferson Mendez.
Maria Guadalupe Herrera.
Amy Butzluff.
Myra Rovalido.
Joshua Aronson.
Andrea Brito Aguilar.
George Lopez.
Kimberly Mendoza.
Queen Nakia AC.
Natalie Limas.
Rodney Jackson.
Grace Levitt.
Patrick Rose.
Stephanie Osuna.
Magdalena Barnes.
Cynthia Lynn.
Justin McCall.
Brandon Myers.
Paula Casares.
Nicole Luke.
Jose Uyuni.
Emily Garrett.
Alejandro Flores.
Annalisa Michelle Silva.
Suli Harb. Soleil Harb.
Alexis Montalvo.
Tatum Michelle Tinoco.
Armando Orozco.
Ryan Jackson.
Mariela Estrada.
Brian Cascahuela.
Gabriela Ortiz.
Mariana Street.
Bertha Vanessa Martinez.
Amelia Ludwig.
Lydia Carolina Ramirez.
Eris Prinan.
Dana Rich.
Joanna Quintero.
Brenda Odar.
Anna Bell.
Jacqueline Platero.
Nellie Nelson.
Daisy Hernandez.
Ola Abdolhi.
Justine Maciel.
Lauren Rank.
Jonathan Granados.
Christy Ewing.
Carissa Mahana.
Michaela Marania.
Brittany Wilson Denham.
Daniel Valadez.
Cassandra Martins.
Ryan Bachman.
Stephanie Ohenda.
Nicholas Ray.
Jacqueline Hernandez.
Jake Garfinkel.
Kaylee Lewis.
Zach Medina.
Adriana Torres.
Emma Bacon.
Florentino Martinez.
Austin Baker.
Emily Doyle.
Taylor Vossen.
Roberto Aguiar.
Hannah Jo Salvis.
Anna Alias.
Alma D. Espinoza.
Marcela Rose Vasquez.
Jessica Padres Diana.
Brianna Samantha Candelario.
Eric Serda.
Jasmine Carranza.
Jordan Williams.
Rosiela Chavez.
Maria Cossette.
Claudia Magnana Cancino.
Sarah Sturzenbecker.
Emily Perez.
Celestina Cornejo.
Eugene Swansea Hammond.
Emily Rodzinski.
Brittany Boyd.
Aaron Archibald.
Catherine Cooney Sani.
Raquel Brazen.
Karina Lizette Harrigan.
Samantha Baida.
Marlena Laura Garcia.
Mitsu Lopez.
Gabriela Medina.
Taylor Sebring.
Anastasia Beaverhausen.
James Hipple.
Christine Marie Caleja.
Paul Staben.
Kaylani Fabi Hukalana.
Kelsey Kosinski.
Alina Acosta.
Annette Santana.
Brianna Perez.
Jasmine Trogman.
Lorraine Rodriguez.
Vanessa Williams.
Brenda Gonzalez.
Joey Cuevas.
Nereda Duenas.
Francesca Nevis.
Bobby Juarez.
Samantha Elizabeth Ruiz.
Rosemary Sepulveda.
Kareem Bakhtiari.
Angelica Tellez.
Kevin Chasen.
Antonella Para Costales.
Davis Kearns.
Andrea Payne.
Alexis Chase.
Dennis Kurazaki.
L. Miller.
Stephanie Sanchez.
Samantha Ortega. Samara Ortega.
Jessica Sanchez.
Sebastian Sose Moreno.
Alejandra del Real Perez.
Christina Butler.
Alan Yanez.
Catherine Cooley Crook.
Melissa Diane Gonzalez.
Matthew Trigg.
Lishery Coriel.
Daniel Galbraith.
Nancy Monique Muniz.
Garrett Schmolke.
Nathan Barrow.
Noah Klein Williams.
Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, Gerardo Mangañan.
Jessica Estrada.
Irving Garcia.
Dakari Dixon Eisening.
Thomas Sparks.
Hunter Riegert.
Rolando Gonzalez.
Oliver Wynn.
Rigoberto Bracamontes Jr.
Joseph Nosrat.
Eric Gamboa.
Grant Selfridge.
Vincent Nguyen.
Emily Kristen Teams.
Juan Pineda.
Edgar Torres.
Anthony Parker.
BA in Economics.
Darren Magtalas.
Madison Dederick.
Juan Casimiro.
Anthony Vergo.
Andrew Kirk.
Paul Paisel.
Samantha Boland.
Bestie Emery Rodriguez.
Carla Sosa.
Cristina Alvarez Novoa.
Jarrell John McCalma.
Emily McDonald.
Wayne Rollerblade Guy Keithley.
Kelly Cooker.
George Curtin.
Alexander Geiser.
Garrett Edwards.
Eric Kremp.
Michael Wilson.
Rudy Yonka.
Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Bilal Jeffer.
Jonathan Quintana Gutierrez.
Stephanie Llamas.
Michael Dodson.
Kendall Engelhart.
Christian Foss.
Kane Sean. Jane Sean, excuse me.
Stephen Price.
Jacqueline McBride.
Julio Alvarez.
Yanili Carranza.
Art Tejada.
Casey Salinas.
Juan Segovia.
Hazley Lim.
BS Environmental Science and Resource Management. Vincent Wansura.
Sheila Koki. Okay.
Jeff Witteman.
Diana Jicotenca.
Marcus Medina.
Jacqueline Cuatapozzo.
Nicholas Cooper.
Christina Jimenez.
Ivan Lorca.
Abigail Ten Strahl.
Cristian Santiago Rivas.
Kimberly Garcia.
Carla Bonilla Cordero.
Lorena Huizar.
Lily Catherine Martin.
Denise Garcia.
Isaac Araujo.
Maria Uzar.
Juliana da Silva.
Lizette Serrato.
Monica James.
Diana Contreras.
Kyle Hennigan.
Shauna Borenstein.
Christopher Homoke.
Leslie Fleming.
Sierra Ryan Harris.
Natalie Cerritos.
Addie Clary Wilson.
Stephanie Villanueva.
Tara Fay.
Dominique Duker.
Timothy T.J. Sullivan.
Hannah Rutsala.
Rolando Castro.
Ariana Dugas.
Emily Remedios.
Denise Rivera.
Alicia Marie Codis.
Jessica Lisea.
Cody Harrington.
Tess Levin.
Michael David Inocente.
Christy Fukamitsu.
Joshua Alessi.
Sandy Mangas.
Stephen Medina.
Sarah Peterson.
Juliet Badillo.
Alec McDonald.
Elisa Michaela Pearson Gomez.
Francisco Ramirez. Alexander Awad.
Jacob Cornelson.
Veronica Silva.
Samantha Olson.
Jessica Tobias.
Caitlin Odea.
Anita Tambat.
Cassandra Rogers.
Hannah Taylor.
Michael Monak.
Desiree Nicole Bain.
Zachary Atkins.
Andrew Fernando Carmona, RN.
Mauricio De Haro.
Christina Hernandez, RN.
John Luna.
Kaylani Francis, RN.
Matthew Wells.
Maria Castillo Sanchez, RN.
Gia Webe.
Alex Buitago, RN.
Ralph Diego.
Chelsea Ostrat, RN.
Matthew Hirschberger.
Nicole Faulkner, RN.
Philip Patino.
Suzanne Mundandi.
Alexander Lafayette.
Margaret Mancia.
Natalie Chapman.
Leah Walker.
Ruben Sanchez Ramirez.
George Lepas.
Rachel Leanne Williams.
Sierra Beeson.
Carolina Guerrero.
Caitlin Rodriguez.
Michaela Lerma.
Brittany Oglesby.
Valeria Gonzalez.
Janet Pena.
Desiree Terán.
Alexandra Razo. Alejandra Razo.
Raúl Pérez.
Jasmine Zamora.
Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Jeremy Wishengrad.
Hilda Cervantes, RN.
Catherine Waters.
Abigail Mary Galler, RN.
Cody Estrella.
Rayo Alain Chico Cantaveros, RN.
Cesar Manso.
Leah Carbajal, RN.
Dale Perazola. David Oros. Tiffany Jenkins. Natalie Huerta. Jessica Silva. Sarah Jimenez. Gabriel Salinas. Luke Burgess. Jennifer Rodriguez. Eric Correas. Roberto Barrera. Miguel Tapia. Cameron Marsden. Dmitry Rogosin. Kayla Roberts. Robert Arutunian. Tyler Fawcett. Jory Russell. Francisco Lee Godoran Quiseron. Christian Wagstaff. Kevin Marquis. Richard Pacheco. Andrew Nelson. Jacqueline Shea. Michael Beardmore. Charles St. Clair. Antonio Hernandez. Joseph Lebenthal. Bachelor of Arts in Spanish. Eliseo Tavera Charco. Daniel Manuel Monteroso. Deborah Favela. Cristina Martinez. Yastuan Yoshi Ramos Lopez. Karina Garnica. Giovanni Velasco. Corey Scattergood. Araceli Garcia. Ray David Perez Elenes. Rigoberto Vasquez Estrada. Giselle Dominguez.
Let's wrap this up. Let's close this out before it starts raining for real. As is the academic tradition, a student who has not yet earned a degree wears a tassel on his or her mortarboard on the right side. Once the degree is conferred, the scholar moves the tassel to the left side, joining a select company of university-educated individuals. In recognition of your new status, I invite you all to move your tassels to the left as we applaud you. In closing, I would like to inform all the new graduates as you recess at the conclusion of today's ceremony to exchange your diploma tube for a diploma cover at the information booths located at each end of the Central Mall. The recessional will begin immediately following the singing of our alma mater. Family, friends, and graduates, I invite you to please stand for the singing of the alma mater. arranged and composed by Dr. Theodore Lucas, Professor Emeritus of Performing Arts. The alma mater can be found on page 32 of your printed program and will be led by Jalen Moody, who is pursuing a 2021 baccalaureate degree in biology.
Sing we now of Channel Islands, alma mater dear. Raise a song of friendship and sing for all to hear. We shall always stand united, onward we shall sail, with hearts and hands together. All hail, 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 from the islands to the mountains, to the mighty shore. Cal State Channel Islands shall stand forevermore. Even in adversity, the dolphin shall prevail. To thee, our alma mater, all hail, hail, hail.